Hello, Ken the Mechanic, and today we're going to be fixing a Makuni carburetor for 50 cc's ATVs. I took this off of eton txl50 impulse, and I'm just going to show you that first of all, when you're working with anything, make sure that they got fire and that they got gas. If it's not cranking, make sure they got both. Otherwise, you're in the wrong place. Those are the first two things to check. But if you have no gas, this is the quickest way to clean your own stuff without having to take it to a mechanic. First, you want to take your bowl off, your fuel bowl for you. This is the part that holds the gas. Take your flow off. You basically want to take apart everything that you can in order to see every hole that's on the carburetor. Some people like to use different things, but I prefer to always keep a pin, like a safety pin or anything, because there are very fine holes that you will have to go into also at times. But others use air. Some people just try to spray carburetor cleaner, but that's no good because it doesn't have enough pressure. So it's always good to keep a safety pin close by and hit every hole that you actually see. There's a hole in here, a hole right here. Also, excess gunk has to go. There's a hole down there. There's a hole right here where your gas line goes. On the bottom, you can flip it over and you can actually see through it if you actually look a little harder. Where I've already cleaned out the holes on them and decided to share the knowledge. But yeah, make sure every hole is clean. But these are the main holes. This is where your float sits. This is where your gas come in at. So definitely make sure that hole is clean. This is where your gas goes back into your carburetor. So you want to make sure that's clean. And I don't know what these little holes are for, but clean them out too. Pay very close attention to the, okay, I thought those were holes, extra little holes, because sometimes those pieces, there we go, we have extra little holes, if you can see it, that needs to be cleaned too. And believe it or not, that one little hole will stop the whole show. So make sure you take care of them all on everything. But once you clean out every hole, you can get air through everything. You also have these two, the idle adjuster and the air adjuster. These two screws help with how much gas and air is hitting the motor, so therefore, so you can, be on point. But so you take those out. Sometimes these have little holes on them, but thank God these two didn't. but this one do. I took it out of the bottom. But clean both sides of your, it's a hole there, and a hole on the side of the bowl that I don't know exactly what they all meant for, but hell, get some air through them. And once you're all said and done, make sure you remember where everything goes, and if not, here we go. This is your float. It goes up and down. When the bowl is too full, it sends this little pin to stop the gas flow. If it's not operating right, you will have problems. The best way to test it is to, once you get it back on, if I can get it back on. Okay. This is your incoming gas hole. So the way to test it is to just blow through it and hit your flap. If when it goes up it stops, it's good. Air idler back. And these two have to be adjusted. Again, make sure you put everything back where it goes. I think I left that spring out a while ago. And this is the idler adjuster. We have an air idler and an idle adjuster. So you screw all those both in all the way. On the Eton txl50, and it might be different for others, this is supposed to, the idle adjusting screw is only supposed to go 3/4. So that's half, 3/4. And on the air adjuster, it says it goes a whole 360. And 1/4. So now if I did that right, when I put this thing back on, it should be good. Also check for holes in your carburetor on the inside of it, because you probably couldn't see it, but right here, this is what this is. This little side right here is a hole going from there to there. I think it's more in there, but they are very thin sometimes. Like this one right here, you really can't see it, but it's one in there. That's when the air and other things come in handy. But, and I'm ready to go back with my choke. Make sure everything is lined up perfectly, because if it sticks, nothing's gonna operate. It's either gonna be too much or not enough, or none at all, whichever one. Okay. guess I'm not gonna get it right. Get in there. There we go. Finally heard it snap in. As you can see, there's a little slack between the brace and connecting it down there. That's because it's supposed to be like that. Don't think nothing is wrong when you're pushing it down in there like I just was. To avoid breaking it, just pull the bracket down and everything should be okay. See the slack? It's supposed to be like that. So don't try to force your, like I'm doing. Don't try to force your pin in too much because you might end up breaking it and need another one. And as you can see, don't put one side all the way in before you get some of the other. I'm messing up because in a rush kind of hurt. But I wanted to do this though. I wanted to do it. And I'm paying for it dearly. Okay. And your carburetor should be clean if you hit every hole. I guess I'll give an example of the incoming working. This is the hole. I'm going to blow through here and just listen. See hear the air as it goes one way, it's opening up. As it goes the other way, it's closing. This has an extra spot to it. Make sure you clean it out, or you're gonna be dealing with clogs before you even get it crunked the first time. Yep, line everything up, put it back on, and you have a like new eton txl50 cc carburetor with electric choke. Or if you want to go buy one, I got the part number for you too. But this is more simpler. 20 minutes worth of work. About 30 at the most. And you have a new carburetor. I'll show you how to hook up everything right on the TXL later on. Remember, I just can't get this loose right now. When you know that you're not going to be riding, you're going to store it. I'm going to have to get another screw for this. But open this screw. This is how old this thing is. Yep. And don't strip it, but open that screw, let your gas drain out, and your carburetor should be good for next year.